Okay, let's bring in the independent Senator Jacqui Lambie now. We may as well start there. Jacqui, good to see you, by the way. Have you got concerns about community safety, even though Andrew Giles there saying appropriate visas have been issued?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, but I just do not trust Labor on national security or our safety around the country. I'll be honest with you. This has happened really quickly. You've now got all these people floating around out in society. Is there bracelets on them? What is the go here? Seriously, this is really, really concerning. There is a mix. There is a mix of sex offenders. There is a mix of murderers. There might be some goodness in those hundreds of people that were released, Pete. But seriously, this is a real worry. The whole world's in turmoil, and we're letting some of these people out in the loose that should never, ever have been let out in the loose. That is where we're at, and they're saying they're still working things out. Too bloody late, mate. They're already out there. This is really, really worrying for the community this morning. Absolutely.
What troubles you most, Jacqui?
I think what troubles me most, not just a mix of that, is there any terrorists amongst them or anything like that? These people haven't been looked over again. They've just been released out into society. Yeah. And like I said, the way the world is going and where we're heading, is there terrorists amongst them, mate? Seriously,
so you're concerned
coming up to Christmas.
You're concerned attacks are, imminent, possibly.
I am concerned about where we're heading, and this is very, very concerning. How well were these people scammed before they were let out? If they, are they wearing bracelets? Exactly how are we watching them? That sort of thing. And quite frankly, we're not hearing that out of the Labor Party, the government of the day. I'm not feeling safe, and I imagine many Australians are not feeling safe this morning either.
So it's not enough that an appropriate visa has been issued, but because this was a court decision, what more could the government have done here?
I can tell you, I'm not sure what they could have done, mate, but seriously, have they got bracelets on? Was any of that issued? Could that court decision, I'm not sure how far it was, but could that court decision have been challenged for security grounds, for national security grounds? What is going on here?
Okay. Moving on, Jacqui, Penny Wong has had some comments over the weekend that a lot of folks have taken issue with. Have you taken issue with those comments?
What I have taken issue with is what is going on in this country when I know on Remembrance Day, through the blood, sweat and the tears and the death of past military members that have served our country and given the freedoms to the many Australians or all Australians that we have today, is that you're out there protesting on one of our most sacred days. That worries me immensely. I can assure you what else really bothers me and what breaks my bloody heart is that I've got kids out there that cannot show their school uniforms in our society, and I have to ask where this bloody hell this country has got to when we've got little kids out there that are scared for their lives leaving school grounds and walking around with any symbols to their religion or anything else. That today breaks my heart, Pete. Absolutely breaks my heart. So for those people out there that are intimidating these kids and doing that sort of thing, you are an absolute disgrace in this country. You seriously are. Leave our Australian kids alone. Leave them alone and leave them out of it. You are not on the bloody Gaza Strip. Enough.
So how widespread is that, Jacqui, in your state?
It's not so much in my state, mate, but it's certainly, you can see it going on in New South Wales. You can see it going on in Victoria. It is absolutely shocking. Doesn't matter what state it's in, mate. When you're talking about kids, as far as I'm concerned, they belong to all of us. For sure. They are our Aussie kids. They are our future generation. And when you're out there intimidating and when they can't go and live their lives in peace without being frightened and without being scared, my goodness, I have to ask where this country is this morning. So
when it comes to, comments from the government about ceasefires, is that something that you'd be urging, or are you just are you steering clear of that as a foreign matter?
Pete, let's be realists here. Yeah. You are dealing with terrorists, mate. They have no laws. They don't play by any book or anything else. Terrorists and murderers. That's what they are. They're there to upset the community. They're there to take people out. That's all they are. And the sooner we rid the world of terrorists, the better world and the more peace we will have. Yep. I think people know that.
Sure. Seriously. So Penny Wong got it wrong in your view?
Mate, if Penny's not quite got her words right or whatever else, that's it. But, mate, if you start having these big ceasefires, let's be honest, all you're doing is allowing the terrorists to regroup and go back out and reform. That is what you are doing. Israel has eyes on them everywhere. Okay, they're making sure that aid's going in there. They're making sure that medical supplies that are going in there. But for us to sit there and judge and start calling that sort of stuff, we're not even on the ground. We're not even there with weapons in our hands. So I think we need to be really careful. Once again, be very careful of the language, because it is now coming into this country. And once again, we've got Australian kids out there that are frightened to go to school, are frightened to wear their own religion and tie themselves to it. That's where we're at.
Well, it's not even kids. It's not even
this morning.
It's adults too.
It's adults too, mate, of course. But you know what? You know, my heart, and many Australians out there, when it comes to our kids and our future generation, and when we're putting them out under this sort of pressure, and it's in Australia, it is shameful this morning.
That is true. Jacqui Lambie, thanks as always for your time.